For many Jamaicans, the promise of quick riches can be alluring, especially in a country where economic opportunities can be scarce. But behind the glitz and glamour often lies a sinister trap, leaving countless families devastated in its wake. In recent years, pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes have proliferated across the island and other Caribbean and South American countries, promising unimaginable wealth with minimal effort. From witnessing Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes such as Cash Plus to Olint, Worldwise, Maydaisy and Loom, you would think that a lot of persons would be a lot wiser to not fall for these schemes today. But somehow, there are thousands of people still getting persuaded to join these schemes. Since recently, it has been reported that over 50,000 Jamaicans have been scammed out of millions by the latest pyramid scheme that is spreading across the Caribbean and South and Central American countries. A scheme that is currently going by many names. Some countries know it as Global Manpower, Get GXL or WarnerMedia. Now, for some persons, it is the first time they are hearing about this WarnerMedia scheme, and what most Jamaicans and persons who are victims of the scheme want to know now is, what is this WarnerMedia they have been hearing about? Who is behind it? How much money did this scheme steal from its victims, and will anyone be held accountable for the fraud? Well, let's see if we can piece together how this scheme started and eventually unraveled. When you hear the name WarnerMedia, you might be thinking about the American multinational mass media and entertainment conglomerate, but WarnerMedia Jamaica is a completely different company and has no affiliation with the multinational media company WarnerMedia. WarnerMedia Jamaica is believed to be the same pyramid scheme or a spin-off of Global Manpower and Get GXL, a scheme that had previously carried out similar acts of financial deception in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Puerto Rico, India, and many other countries in the Caribbean and South and Central America. Now, let's break down each of these scams to see if they have any similarity, how they work, how long they have been around, and if it's just the same group of scammers constantly changing the name and operation of the scam as they move from country to country. Let's first start off with Global Manpower. Global Manpower is a Ponzi scheme that emerged around 2019, and many Jamaicans lost money with this scheme. The Global Manpower scheme played off the name of an actually legitimate company of the same name. The only way to access the Global Manpower scam was through Telegram, as there seemed to be no official website for the fraudulent company. On their official Telegram page, Global Manpower, they claim that the company was established in 2019, stating that most of the team members are European network data analysts and UI and UX design experts, saying that they are enthusiastic about the tax rebate market and that their founder is a web data analyst, expert, and an experienced programmer. Now, how did this Global Manpower scam work? Global Manpower operated as a task scam through an app that promised victims easy money for those who wanted to work from home for only 2 minutes per day. They promised their victims that all they needed to do was to perform relatively simple tasks for attractive pay by shopping in a virtual store by just clicking on items in the app in order to earn money from rebate items. Payments for clicking on the items was paid via cryptocurrency called USDT. The victims of the scam were given details of a wallet or program where they can watch their payment increase, but those are often faked and the scammers actually controls any money in the wallet. So Global Manpower had different tiers for how much you could earn. According to their commission earnings table, you earn based on the amount of money you put onto the app, which would place you on a VIP level. Starting with VIP 0, you would need to deposit no money into the scheme and you would be allowed to do 3 tasks for which you would be paid 1 USDT for each task. So your daily earning would be 3 USDT, your monthly would be 9 USDT, and your annual income would be 9 USDT. Does that even make sense? You make 9 USDT per month, but their charts state that you will only make 9 USDT per year. That math makes no sense. Now the levels continue from VIP 1 to VIP 7. At VIP 1, you would have to invest $100 actual US dollars into the app. For VIP 2, you would have to invest $300 US. For VIP 3, it's $1,000 US. At VIP 4, it's $2,250 US. At VIP 5, you would have to invest $3,600 US. VIP 6 is $7,200, and VIP 7, you would have to invest $12,800 US, which would allow you to do 20 tasks daily and earn 32 USDT per task, which translated to $640 US of earnings per day, $19,200 US per month, and $233,600 US per year. Now, some persons could spot that this is a scam from a mile, and there are still many people who still believe and want to believe that the schemes are legitimate because they made a little money from it. But that's just how a Ponzi scheme works. Early investors will make money from the incoming investors, and once a lot of persons start to join the scheme, it becomes unsustainable and collapses. The scammers will stop paying out and disappear with everyone's money. Now, let's go on to the next scam that succeeded global Manpower, a scheme called Get GXL. Get GXL was a scheme that stole millions of dollars from victims in Trinidad and Tobago, Puerto Rico, India, and other countries. Get GXL presented themselves as a legitimate company. On the official Telegram page for Get GXL, they claim that Get GXL Global E-Commerce Limited was established in 2020 and that the company business model is an e-commerce model that does not require purchase or stockpiling, also known as dropshipping. How did Get GXL work? Get GXL is very similar to Global Manpower and operated as a task scam that used the same USDT cryptocurrency. On the Get GXL app or website, victims are given the task of packing products on a virtual shelf. Just like the Global Manpower scam, Get GXL had different tiers for how much money you could earn. Based on their salary table, you could join from level 0 to level 5, and each level you would have to deposit a certain amount of US dollars into your account, which determines how much tasks you can carry out, which in turn affects how much you earn. Get GXL reached its peak popularity in Trinidad and Tobago in mid to late 2023, and that was the point when a lot of people joined the scheme and the scammers took off with their victims' money. After the scheme collapsed, the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission launched an investigation into Get GXL, but up until now, no arrests have been made. On Reddit Trinidad and Tobago, one user wrote, "I know people who invested a large sum of money into it, like 10,000 to 70,000 Trinidad and Tobago dollars, which they was loaned. People even tried to recruit me, laugh out loud, but from the get-go I know it was a Ponzi because it was too good to be true. The notion that you'd receive a payout for life by simply investing money to buy levels or tiers to then stock goods on shelves was interesting. I even saw a recruitment station that was set up and had a decent amount of people applying. Advertisements also everywhere on Facebook and Instagram. It's sad to see, but I think people should have learned from the whole DSS and flower Ponzi scheme back in quarantine days." Another user wrote, "Ridiculous, people so hungry for a easy quick money that they ignore all the red flags. Some people don't know and just had to learn an expensive lesson. And there's also the people who know it is a scam but trying to get their cut before the thing busts. Karma is a bitch, I hope they know that." Now on to the next scam that stole millions from victims in Jamaica, and that's WarnerMedia UK, also known as WarnerMedia Jamaica, and this scam is the same or similar scam to Global Manpower and Get GXL. It is a task scam, but instead of shopping or packing a virtual shelf, they claim that you would be able to make money by watching YouTube videos. We know we can make money by making videos, but how could you possibly make money watching videos on the internet? That's a big red flag for some persons. Just like the Global Manpower and Get GXL scams, WarnerMedia used the same USDT cryptocurrency and had different levels and tiers for which you would have to deposit money into your account based on the VIP level and the amount you would want to earn. Now take a look at this video that I found on the WarnerMedia YouTube page, which explains how the scam worked.
Let's get to know WM as a company and what the job entails. Warner UK Media Ltd, also known as WM, was established on December 2, 2019. It is a media platform that serves merchants, internet celebrities, and artists by creating exposure and popularity for them. WM was recently registered as a legal entity in Jamaica and has an office in Kingston. WM makes it possible for employees to work from anywhere in the world once they have access to a smartphone. On board are various reliable workers who are eager to share their experience and assist with any issues you may face. The work at WM is really easy and can be completed within 5 minutes each day. As a WM permanent worker, we increase video traffic and exposure for our merchants, internet celebrities, and artists, ensuring that their content is being seen by more people through our collaboration with YouTube and TikTok, increasing their popularity and influence. To become a permanent worker at WM, a work deposit must be paid. This deposit is security for the company to cover losses when and if a worker does not complete their daily tasks. We complete our daily work based on our level of employment, VIP 1 or VIP 2. Each level of employment has a different number of tasks to be completed each day. For each level, an employee cannot do more tasks than is required for that level. To complete a task, we simply click on Click Finish on the task list. Completing tasks is one way to make money on the WM platform. A WM permanent worker can increase their monthly income by inviting family and friends to the platform and creating a team. When these individuals make their deposit, they become an A-level member of your team. As the recommender, you'll receive a recommendation reward of 5% of your work deposit. And each day that this level A member completes their daily task, you also receive a commission rebate of 3% of your work deposit. When your A-level member recommends his family and friends, that person becomes a B-level member on your team. You'll receive a recommendation reward of 3% of your deposit and a commission rebate of 2% of your work deposit after completing their daily tasks. When the B-level member recommends a family or friend, this individual becomes your C-level member. You'll receive a recommendation reward of 1% of your work deposit and a commission rebate of 1% of your work deposit. Once your team has 6 A-level permanent members, you'll receive $60 immediately. This reward can be received repeatedly. When your team reaches 12 A-level permanent members, you'll receive a fixed monthly salary of $300. The more members your team accumulate, the higher your fixed monthly salary becomes. There are other rewards that can be received from working and recommending persons to the WM platform. These rewards include cash rewards, phone rewards, computer rewards, motorcycle rewards, car rewards, and housing allowance rewards. Now that you've learned what the WM job entails and the many benefits you can receive from working with us, come join us at WM and
WarnerMedia reached peak popularity around December 2023 and January 2024, and that was where the scheme began to collapse. On February 13, 2024, the Financial Services Commission advised that WarnerMedia Jamaica Limited was not licensed by it under the Securities Act and that it has initiated an investigation into the entity, as thousands of Jamaicans lost millions of dollars through their association with the scheme. Now, this is what I have come to realize about these scams. Global Manpower, Get GXL, and WarnerMedia Jamaica are all the same scam. These scams are called task scams. Task scams involves a website or mobile app that claims you can earn money by completing tasks such as watching a video, liking a post, creating an order, or shopping on a website. But the catch is, you can only earn money for a limited amount of tasks before being asked to invest your own money to upgrade your account or meet certain targets, attracting increasing fees. Then it becomes impossible to withdraw any supposed earnings made. Now, who is responsible for these scams spreading across the Caribbean and stealing millions from unsuspecting victims? So far, I have not seen any updates about the WarnerMedia Jamaica investigation, and I'm not aware of any arrests or who is responsible, and we might never find out who is responsible. But it is believed that most of these task scams originate from countries such as China, Nigeria, Ghana, India, Indonesia, and the Philippines, and usually claim that they are from the UK. Now, what can you look out for in order to not get caught up in one of these scams? Here's a summary of the red flags to look out for if you are approached by a recruiter or offered a job opportunity. Red flag number 1. You have received an unsolicited text message or cold call offering the job, usually through WhatsApp. Red flag number 2. You do not have to provide a cover letter or CV. Red flag number 3. They are asking you to complete tasks for commission. There are a lot of variations of the types of tasks. Example, watching videos and clicking on items. Red flag number 4. They will add you to a Telegram group. Red flag number 5. They may pose as a legitimate company, so look out for discrepancies in links, logos, and official documents they send you. Red flag number 6. You are told that you are working for a well-known company but are not dealing directly with them. Red flag number 7. They ask you to download a new online bank. Red flag number 8. They only deal in cryptocurrency and ask you to download or use a wallet for the job. One of the most common cryptocurrency usually used is USDT. Red flag number 9. You are expected to make deposits for premium products or tasks which are increasing in value and frequency. Red flag number 10. You have to complete a set number of tasks before withdrawing your money, and they ask you to recruit new members into the scam. Red flag number 11. In many cases, there are consistent spelling mistakes or grammar errors during communication with the scammers, and also spelling and grammar error on their website. You might think that the scam is over after the scammers take off with your money and claim that the site is down, but that's not where it stops. They will try and scam you out of more of your money by promising that they can get your money back. This is called a recovery scam, and this is how it works. Scammers buy a list of people who have paid scammers. They call it a sucker list, with information about people, like your name, address, and phone number, the kind of scam that trick you, and how much money you paid. Scammers buy, sell, and trade these lists, expecting that people who have been scammed once are good targets for being scammed again. Scammers come calling again. The scammers calls, texts, emails, contacts you on social media, or sends a letter, claiming they'll get back the money you lost. If you didn't know you were scammed, no problem. The scammer, using the information they bought, can make up a story that sounds believable to helpfully tell you about the earlier fraud. Scammers make you think you can trust them. The scammers may say they are with a government agency, a consumer advocacy group, a law firm, or some other organization. Or they pretend to be with the scammy company that took your money in the first place and say they are offering refunds to dissatisfied customers. Sometimes they claim they are holding money for you, offer to file complaint paperwork with government agencies on your behalf, or say they can get your name at the top of the list for reimbursement. Whatever they say, it's a lie, designed to gain your trust and your money. They tell you to pay before they can recover your money or merchandise. The person who contacted you says they need you to pay or give them personal or financial information. They may call the upfront money a retainer fee, processing fee, administrative charge, tax, shipment, and handling charge. Or they may say they need your social security number, checking, debit, or other financial account number so they can deposit a refund directly into your account. If you give them the money or personal or financial account information, your money will disappear and they could steal your identity. As for Get GXL, Global Manpower, and WarnerMedia Jamaica, there are some people who knew it was a scam but played along and managed to get some money out of it, while there were others who had no idea and ended up losing millions. Some people even borrowed money, left their jobs, and sold their assets to put money into the scheme and ended up losing everything. These schemes aren't the first to come into the island and steal millions of dollars, and they will definitely not be the last.